Why, as an 18-year-old, I take mental health seriously? Well, we have to backtrack a little. At 14 or 15 years old, I was in basketball season, and I decided that I wasn't good enough, and I decided to take a comb and scrape it against my skin to make a little burn, and it hurt really bad. And teachers questioned me about it, and I just never really answered. I think you knew that I was lying, obviously, about falling off a bike when it was pouring down rain the last day before, but I went through it. I even played a basketball game with it wrapped up. Didn't play much because I wasn't very good, but that's not the point. And then 2 years go by. I absolutely just, in terms, crash a car, run away. A couple months later, go to a mental hospital because I was very, very sick, very, didn't want to do anything, didn't really want to live. So I went to that mental hospital and just messed around there like I do in school, because it's just like school, except you don't get to go outside very much. You don't really get to do anything very much, actually. Then I got out, felt really good for about 2 days, went back to school, all crashed down again. Literally lasted a whole entire week out of the mental hospital, then went back. Then went back to another one. Screwed around in there, had fun, granted, but only made it about a month out of that mental hospital. Then went to another one. Same problems. Took it a little more seriously the last time, the third time. It got a little better, learned a lot, but then boom, got out. Then I started just pretending everything was completely fine because I was tired of going back to a mental hospital. I suffered for depression, not as much suicidal ideation anymore, but depression was heavy, very heavy, until I got to finding a purpose. My purpose was finding a good job that I really wanted to do in marketing as an internship. And I searched so hard to find a good internship. You can even ask anybody that knows me, anybody that would know about this. I searched for a good, probably 4 or 5 months, and then something finally broke through. It was either going to work for an airport or going to work for this company called Aruka, which I actually went to for my counseling services. They have something called a work program. It's an amazing program. They serve schools around my area, and I didn't really know a lot about it because my school didn't have it, but I went to my first interview. Then I started the next day, and I started making these videos about mental health. I started video editing, learned how to use Final Cut Pro. It was an amazing opportunity. I got to use the most amazing vlogging camera of all time, the DJI Osmos 3. And then I also did some event planning with that to mix in, and I learned a lot about mental health disorders. I was in psychology at that time too. Everything looked up for me. And then graduation crept up, and I started looking for a full-time job. I didn't end up sticking in marketing, and I can go back anytime I want. Not doubting that. I might. Very well might, because I love marketing.